The Turnbull team is certainly intervening heavily in Australia's energy market. Today it summoned the boss of AGL to Canberra over the company's plans to close a major coal-fired power station. The government wants to keep electricity reliable and affordable, but is keeping open this particular coal station a good idea for Australia's long-term economic and environmental future? AGL itself doesn't think so. In a moment, I'll be joined by the former United Nations climate chief. But first, political correspondent David Lipson has more from Canberra.
It's becoming a fixture of the parliamentary sitting calendar.
Andy Vesey, would you willingly sell Liddell Power Station?
Excuse us.
Energy executives summoned to join Canberra's rough and tumble.
Looking forward to having constructive conversations. Thank you.
AGL boss Andy Vesey is the latest to face a smackdown. Hounded from the boardroom all the way to Parliament House over his company's plans to close down its Liddell coal power station in 2022.
I know green activists have infiltrated layers of government, but I didn't realise they'd reached the top levels of corporate Australia.
Malcolm Turnbull should stop bullying AGL into prolonging the life of an ageing coal-fired power station.
Like the butterfly effect in reverse, wild storms half a world away are causing a flurry of hot air in Canberra.
This is a wake-up call for the climate deniers in this government.
Hurricanes are beating down on the Americas, and Barnaby Joyce's only answer is coal.
For the National Party to propose going backwards on renewable energy is one of the seriously dumbest ideas to emerge out of Canberra in a very long time.
At its federal conference yesterday, the Nationals agreed to reject the centrepiece of the government-commissioned Finkel report, a clean energy target leading to 42% renewables by 2030. Under the Nationals' motion, the makeup of clean energy would go no higher than 23%.
But that's it. No more. We lock it off at 23%. We've honoured everything that we've committed to.
Ron Boswell retired from Parliament 3 years ago, but where he leads, the rank and file still follow.
The electricity pricing is getting out of control, and someone's got to do something about it, and that someone should be the National Party.
He wants existing commitments on renewables honoured, but beyond 2020, an end to all government subsidies, including the Finkel-modelled clean energy target.
I don't think Australia can afford it. I don't think food manufacturing and food processing can afford it. It's hitting the abattoirs. It's hitting every farm that turns on a pump or an irrigator. It's hitting every small business person that's got fridges in their shops.
And over the weekend, the National Party reminded everyone why we're in this crisis. Internal divisions, ideological obsessions are stopping this government getting on with the job of putting good energy policy in place.
We certainly respect decisions and recommendations, resolutions from our various party conferences, but policy is determined by the members of Parliament here.
As Malcolm Turnbull points out, the Nationals' motion is non-binding, so it's more of a guide than official party policy. But the internal resistance to the clean energy target from the junior coalition partner is now out of the shadows and in full view. It serves as a blunt reminder of what's at stake for a Prime Minister who once lost his leadership over his climate and energy policy.
I want Malcolm Turnbull to win the next election because I think he's the best person that can lead this nation into some sort of prosperity. So what happened 9 years ago happened 9 years ago. And I think it would be just suicidal for a coalition to drop a leader at the moment.
In the meantime, the government continues to edge towards more assistance for coal. An announcement today will see taxpayer funds freed up to provide loans to coal and resource export projects left high and dry by the reluctance of big banks to back them.
We've seen, for example, the stepped-up campaigning of activist groups which are discouraging our major retail banks from financing otherwise viable exporters in the coal sector.
As with the Adani mine and AGL's Liddell coal plant, the government is increasingly going where big business dare not, by investing in fossil fuels.
We've seen a decade of complete policy chaos around energy, so it's a big ask to ask for an investor to put money into coal at a time when there's real uncertainty about
what energy policy, especially directed towards coal, will be.
But according to the Australian Industry Group, concerns about climate are on the back burner.
The industry is, quite frankly, fairly agnostic about where the power comes from at the moment, at a time of spiralling prices and real issues around reliability. Industry just needs to know that there's affordable, available energy at the time that they need it. That's the most important thing.
We see a role for every form of generation.
And so intervening on behalf of energy customers is now the MO of a PM who used to talk up the free market.
What are the values and core beliefs that will be the foundation for all of the policies that your government comes up with?
Well, this is a Liberal national government. It is a free market government.
Inconsistencies aside, what does it all mean for your power bills? The PM is now claiming credit for a reduction in wholesale gas prices. We're yet to see if that'll flow onto households. And energy companies are now being forced to fess up if they can offer you a better deal. Overall, the jury is still out on policy, but Malcolm Turnbull seems confident he's on top of the politics, having successfully drawn Labor back onto the energy battlefield.
Since the 2013 election, have power prices gone up or down? The Leader of the Opposition, or Blackout Bill, as many Australians...
It was ruled out of order, but a PM's smile said it all.